everyone, happy Saturday. I am back in Orlando for another adventure, and tonight Michael and I are going to Howl-o-Scream Orlando for the very first time. We're gonna go check out their inaugural year, their inaugural fear, that is, and go see what this event has to offer. I've been dying to go to it, and we had our tickets and we've just been waiting for the weekend to come when Michael had a night off. So very excited to go see this brand new Halloween event in Orlando and take you guys along for it. So I'll see you there. We're not even in yet. Already got scary people. There he goes. Yeah. We're not even in yet. Woo! Yeah. Not even inside yet, Howl-o-Scream. Love it. Our first visit, we got sliders right out front. Wonderful. We're in the gates. Michael's here. Time for some spooky fun together. Let's go see what we think.
It should be fun.
The first year, first time ever. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. That was good. Oh, here's the... I don't trust it. It's kind of fun to be here and not have any idea where to go. It's all a mystery. I actually have a map, guys. I actually need a map. I was literally just thinking to myself, you know, Howl-o-Scream, you can't feel safe anywhere. And then there was a girl that scared me coming out of the gift shop. You can hear screams happening behind me. And she's a slider. Oh God! We've barely made it in the gates. We actually haven't even made it into the event. We're like still on our way in. Sliders, man. Now I'm like scared of the bushes. I don't trust any of the bushes. Can't trust it at Howl-o-Scream. Nowhere is safe. First official scare zone. Oh no. Oh no. It's your base camp. Uh-oh. This is interesting seeing an icebreaker through here too.
Right.
Not used to that. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh boy.
Whoa, what? I saw you there.
Oh, okay. Oh, back bend. She's going for the back bend. All right. All right.
That was actually impressive.
That was good. That was good. The Water's Edge Inn. Beneath the Ice. Siren Song. All right. So we're trying the method. We're going to go to the back and work our way forward and see how that works for us. It's our first time, so we're going to find out. Wow. Icebreaker goes right up to Shamu Stadium. That is wild. Huh. We're going into Deadly Ambush. I see people. Probably dead people. Oh boy. Hey. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Oh no, oh no. Oh. Okay. Random man just walking with a hand. That's fine. Oh dear, okay. This is a long scare zone.
Welcome to camp!
Thanks.
Oh, look at all these campers!
I guess the man walking with a hand was like a camp counselor, yeah. Ooh. Oh, they got like a camp scene. We'll definitely see that again later. Who's camping it? Oh no, oh no.
You should be ready!
Oh. Oh. It's like a whole chainsaw gang. Oh.
I guess they roll.
Yep, I guess so. There's like werewolves now. Oh, there's so much happening on this trail. No, don't trust that.
Why not? That's normal. You should go open the door.
Nah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, come on.
Nah, I'm good. Oh, he's gonna do it.
We're here for a good time.
Almost not to come back.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Get out of here.
Alright, deadly ambush. There was a lot happening in there. Had some sirens. Oh, I am very blue. We had sirens, we had werewolves, we had a chainsaw gang, we had some camp counselors, a park ranger. There's a lot. And now I think we're right into, that looks voodoo right there. I don't know where else to go. This is the voodoo. There's a lot of people coming from this direction. I feel like we're going against the grain. That was good.
It really calmed down my anxiety.
Oh, so much happening. Oh, I do not trust. Yeah, I did not trust. That's.
This is the way back.
This is smart path. Mickey. I'm gonna start the night with my first ever ride on Mako. I'll see you guys afterwards. Oh, we got to another scare zone back here.
Are you lost?
I think so.
We're all lost in this world. See you later.
Bye.
Around 3 a.m. maybe.
Yes. All right, it's a neat zone. It's just at a dead end, so a lot of people don't know it's here. But it's pretty darn cool. Creepy sirens talking behind us, but Michael got the monster mac and cheese. Is that what it's called? Monster mac and cheese. It's got brisket and bacon. Oh my. That's a big portion too. It's like $14. I was expecting like food and wine. It's a mass. It's a dinner. It's gigantic. Okay, so bad timing to try to talk to you right as the sirens are talking to us. But we made it all the way to the back corner. We were gonna ride Mako, and all the lockers are broken and or full, so we could not ride Mako. So we got the food. It's trying to rain a little bit, which is really strange because my app says it's not supposed to be raining. So we're having a strange start. But I think we're gonna go check out a house after this, try to do our first house. And we might be investing in front of the line passes. We'll see. Back here it's empty, but that's because this is the dead end. So Mako is like the end of the path, so we shall see. First timers. We ended up at the show because it was about to start, so keeping us out of the rain while it's raining.
Get your news here.
So we saw Monster Stomp, Slasher Alley. There were parts of it that were really awesome, pretty much the parts that I filmed for you guys. Really cool. The drummers with the knives were awesome, and the skeleton thing was awesome. Some good dancing in there, but overall, didn't really quite get the story. Obviously there's a slasher, and I think he eventually converted that woman to also be a slasher because she like betrayed her friend at the end.
But I thought she was already on his side.
But he also killed her, and he brought her back to life. The story's a little convoluted. I don't really know what happened, but I mean it's only a 20-minute-ish show, and with only 4 houses and scare zones, like you certainly have enough time to do it. So I say why not? But could use some improvements next year if they bring it back. Definitely more of like the knife drumming and more of the skeleton dancing and less of the converted pop songs, I would say. It was a lot of converted pop songs to try to make a storyline. It didn't work. So that would be my review of Monster Stomp. The tree is shaking.
Hey!
We're going into Witchcraft Bayou. The bushes are talking. Aww. Aww. The water ride is running. Oh, oh man. Got him. Got him good. I was saying the water ride was open and I missed the scare.
That's what I said.
So this is the Poison Grotto. Got an aerialist. the event. Captain's Revenge. Oh, we got this guy. There's the facade. Back of the pirate ship. So we did Captain's Fury, and we're going into Dead Vines now. I'll talk to you more afterwards. It's a little congested back here. Okay, so here's what happened. We finally went to go do houses, and the lines are insane tonight. It's a Saturday, floor nights are sold out, so a lot of people came here, obviously. So we ended up buying front of the line passes, because otherwise we were going to spend the entire night in lines. And maybe this is a bad spot to film, right at the exit of a house. Hold that thought. That's all I'm hearing is the screams from the end of the house. Hold that thought. We're finding another quieter area, so we're back in the voodoo area in the process.
Run, please.
Yeah, run.
Please run.
Please go away. Wow, that is quite the scream. I think they hired her just for the scream. Okay, I found some light and a quieter spot, somewhat. So we got our front of the line passes because the Captain's Fury was going to be an hour wait, and then we got in line for the Dead Vines. That line was so long. I would guess 2 hours for that, and they're not even really pulsing at the moment. Captain's Fury still was, but Dead Vines, they were not pulsing because there's too many people in the line. The line was actually falling out of the queue space, and we had to kind of like duck through the queue in order to get to the front of the line. So very busy tonight. Initial thoughts, I think it's definitely apparent it's a first-year event. I think there's a lot that they can improve on. There's some pretty decent scenery, some pretty good scares that are very like Busch Gardens standard scares. You got your bungees, your shaker cans, that kind of stuff. I like Dead Vines better than I like Captain's Fury. We still have 2 houses left, but definitely a first-year event as far as the houses go. I think they could up the scares. I think they could up the ante as far as that goes. They're definitely not to the Busch Gardens Tampa level quite yet. But we still have 2 more houses to go, and hopefully we'll get to try some drinks too. The lines for the drinks have been very long, so we haven't attempted that yet. But it is now 10:17. We've got 2 houses left, so we've got some time. So moving on, back through Deadly Ambush once again.
Hi! Welcome to camp! We have free toppings with every tent rental.
Oh, excellent! As you heard, Deadly Ambush time.
We're going to be in a little bit. We're going to have macaroni noodles and glitter in your fingers.
Oh my gosh. That guy is excellent.
I agree.
Hi!
Listen up, y'all. We're all monsters. Every one of us.
Oh, okay. Oh, again. We keep missing them. We keep meeting this way. Nope. There they go. Okay.
It was me!
Well, look at the pretty view across the park, though. So picturesque. Oh no.
Is this some kind of joke scene? Why are you recording? You should be running!
Oh, they were just having a nice campsite. Right by the water. Uh-huh. And then everything went wrong.
Thank you, I tried.
Oh. Oh. He's just back there digging.
I was impressed with that one.
Yes.
Probably the first streak you're scared of.
Got him. Yes.
Alright, I guess we'll walk towards there. Wait, where are we going?
Oh. Oh, they're already putting the Christmas trees out. It's already started. Did you just hiss at it?
I did. It's too soon.
It is too soon. Halloween's not even over. Oh, I think this show is happening. Yeah, Siren show is happening. Sirens everywhere. Oh my. Well, this is
Take a picture.
Yep. From to check out the Sirens bar because everything else is pretty busy, so we're gonna check out the Sirens and see what they're up to at the front of the park. Through the creepy tunnel.
I'm on a like.
That was great. Sirens last call. All right. Well, we don't have to place ourselves. I have the children. So I got the paranormal potion, and Michael got the pumpkin smash, and we've got the entertainment to ourselves here. Giant themed foggy bar. Let's see. Okay. We've got some new dancers coming in. Copyright music. House time, we're doing Water's Edge Inn. Alright, that's our entrance to the house there. We'll see you on the outside. Water's Edge Inn. Way too short, but the most scares of the night for sure. That cast was definitely going for it. It was much shorter than the other houses, and if I'd waited a long time, I probably would have been pretty upset, just because you wait so long and then it's very short. But the scares were there, the scare actors in that house, you guys were bringing it. That made me feel better. The first two houses, I felt like the scares weren't quite there. That one, you guys are bringing it. One house left. So just to show an example of what I mean by the park is packed, it's currently 11:30. So there's an hour and a half left of the event, and this is the line for Beneath the Ice, which is the second house you'll walk to when you come into the park. And I imagine that most of the lines are still like this because we just did Water's Edge, and that was pretty long too. I imagine the back house is also pretty bad. It's very busy tonight. Also, Tip, if you're somehow still coming to this during the last weekend of its operation, Water's Edge Inn, do it at the end because it exits at the park entrance. So don't do it at the beginning because you're gonna have to walk all the way back through. We just did that. We had walked up to the front to do the Sirens Last Call bar, which is at the very park entrance. We walked through, did Water's Edge Inn, and then we ended right back at Sirens Last Call. So some of this is stuff you have to learn from doing the event. Most of the exits have been pretty good as far as pathways, but Dead Vines definitely leads you back to the back of the park, which would make sense if you're walking that direction, but Water's Edge Inn, that does not make any sense operationally unless you do it as the last house. So do Water's Edge Inn at the end. I found the Chainsaw Gang. Finally found him. Final house. Beneath the Ice, Base Camp Aura. Let's go. So we did Beneath the Ice. By far my favorite house here. I got the most scares I've gotten the entire haunt season in that house. It was so well done as far as the maze going through it. Scenically not what you would expect from Halloween Horror Nights. However, so effective on the scares. I was so unsettled walking through it. And let me tell you the amount of times I got scared in that house. I lost count. Michael got a lot of laughs. He did. I could hear him laughing behind me. And he was giving the actors applause.
It's true.
So by far the highlight of the night for me, Beneath the Ice. Absolutely loved it. It went through like the loading area of Wild Arctic. Very nice use of the theming that's already there. Excellent. The actors in that house, you guys were bringing it, charging out of spaces. I could not see you. I was blinded in dark spaces and just have actors charging at me out of nowhere. The guy who was in the little window thing that said, "Sneaky, sneaky, by yourself," laughed me right into another scare. So fantastic all around. That one was definitely by far my favorite, hands down. So now it's 12:11. The park's open till 1. We just did our shopping, but yeah.
They didn't punch it when we went to Beneath the Ice.
I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but the music's playing. It is Scarlett's music from Unearthed. That Brittany and I used to do the do and the vlog every time. They're playing it at the end of that house. And so the last scene, I was doing it and going through. I didn't notice it the first time, but we got to go through a second time. Different cast. First cast was better, not gonna lie. But worth it to hear the Scarlett music. That was so funny. We're leaving, going through one of the last scare zones. There's still one more, but this is the Beneath the Ice tie-in zone. They're killing it. She's got the knife twirling, the baton twirling down. Cast change, yep. There we go. want to share some thoughts on Howl-o-Scream Orlando, the inaugural Howl-o-Scream Orlando. Overall, I enjoyed myself. Overall, I thought it was a fun first event. It definitely felt like a Howl-o-Scream event. Really enjoyed the scare zones. I thought the scare zones were a really good length. Pretty much the entire park had a scare zone element to it. There were very few areas that didn't have a scare zone, and by the entire park, I mean the part of the park that was open for the event. Obviously the entire park was not open. It was just one like strip of the park that they had open for it. But they had scare actors on the streets in pretty much all of those areas. So it was nicely laid out as far as that, where you never really felt safe walking around. So I thought the scare zones were definitely the highlight. Of the 4 houses, Beneath the Ice was definitely the highlight for me. The first cast we saw. We ended up going through it a second time, and the second cast, it was a different cast, and they were still good. I still got a few scares, but they weren't bringing it like that first cast we saw. That first cast, most scares I've gotten the entire year of the event. So we took the risk. We went back in hoping to see the same cast, and they had switched. So unfortunately, it was still good, but not as good as the first run through. Water's Edge Inn, the actors were bringing it, but the house was so short. It felt like you were barely in it and then it was done. So if you'd waited a long time for it, I feel like that would have been a disappointment. Dead Vines was really trying with the scenic. It was, but I felt like so many times I either saw actors and didn't get a scare, or there were no actors, and I felt like we just did not have a good walkthrough of that house. And I was just kind of disappointed in that one. I liked the concept of it, and I could see where they were going with it. I just feel like we did not have a good walkthrough of it. Captain's Fury, it had some interesting props. It was definitely a similar pirate house to the black spot that was at Busch Gardens Tampa a few years back. That house was really bad. This one, it wasn't black spot, that's for sure. But it was kind of the same thing as Dead Vines for me, where I saw pretty much all the actors in the house. We did have someone walking in front of us who was going very slow. So that was kind of a disadvantage for us because they were getting every scare and we were seeing every scare before we even had the opportunity. But I felt like same thing. I was expecting the actors to be more aggressive, like Tampa Bay style. And I don't know if it was just Saturday night, they're tired, we had bad run-throughs. I'm not really sure. We didn't get a full pulsed experience because the crowds were so high that they weren't really pulsing as much as they normally do. I don't know, but Michael and I were both just a little surprised by the lack of scare actor interactions compared to what you get at Busch Gardens Tampa. And I was fully expecting this to be on the same realm. And ultimately, it's a first year event. They've got to learn, they've got to make their way, and I should have more likely been comparing to Howl-o-Scream San Antonio that I went to a couple years back. I'll link to that. But even that, they brought the scares, and again, a longer running event. I think as far as the houses, it was more in line with what I saw at San Antonio, a little lower budget, but I think if they brought the scares, if they got some more scares next year, it could be great. Overall, we had fun. The themed bars seemed great. The lines were pretty long for those just because we were there on supposedly the busiest night they've had so far. I thought the entertainment options were decent, but I do think that they need to open more rides. Having only Mako and the one water ride open was not enough for a busy night like this. I can understand operationally that they're not there yet. And I think that's the main takeaway is operationally, they were not at a level that you would expect yet. And that's because it's their first year. They've got to work out some kinks. Parking it was bad tonight. We waited probably 20 minutes to park in traffic all the way out to the street. It was very slow getting into the park. There's a thing where you're not allowed to have bags, and it's not that publicly communicated. I thankfully was able to get in with my bag. My bag was small enough, but if it hadn't been small enough, I would have been in trouble because my shorts have no pockets. So Michael would have been carrying all of my stuff for me all night because I didn't have a backup plan. And I saw lots of girls walking back to their cars with their purses, not realizing that they couldn't have large bags. So let me show you my bag. So this bag was fine. They had a piece of paper that they would put up to it, and if it was smaller than the piece of paper, it was fine. So they had to be smaller than 8 inches by 5 inches. And this bag thankfully passed. Thankfully I didn't bring my backpack or my bigger bag. It was a little bit of a downfall. And that's just because they don't have the security setups for all the bag checks, all the X-ray bag checks like the other theme parks have at the moment. So that's the policy they took. I think next year they need to do metal detectors and do the full 9 yards for that. But yeah, first year event. We had fun despite it being so busy. I would like to be there on a not so busy night to go through the houses multiple times and have better experience overall. But I'm glad we did it. We'll definitely be back next year to give it another go. And if you guys are still going, let me know. If you did already go, let me know your favorite house. And with that, I'm gonna sign off and eat some pizza. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.